before. And this is a discussion on the work in progress. I'll give updates on the Carbon Cartoon project. We're calling it Harmony on the Hill. So I'll explain in more detail where we've reached and how we expect to complete the work. So for the sake of, let's say, keeping it short, what I'll do is explain that we're in the middle of production, and at the same time, we've been able to compile a little bit of work to show this is what we're doing at the moment. I would request that we possibly have another short meeting on Monday so that we can prepare a much more complete compilation of the work. And we can agree then when to meet again, something like that. So what I have is going to be what I should have presented earlier, which is the pre-visualization for Act 2 to show this is how the animation will go. And we've tried to include a little bit of what was suggested from before, but of course, it's still open to correction or comments from your end. And then there's Act 3, which we will have to present online. I think I can present that online before Monday, and then on Monday we can discuss. The other thing is that the final stage of production, I'll explain, involves putting in the treatment, which is the color and the lip sync. And now it looks like it's supposed to look, because the movement, the actions, the sequencing has already been decided, but now we put in the treatment, which now makes it look and feel as it's supposed to, using the style of animation that we're using. So that comes in the last phase, but we're on the last phase as we're speaking. I couldn't compile that now, but I'll try to compile it, at least part of it, by Monday, so that you can get to see the treatment of the final. So today is not the final. That's maybe what I'm saying. But I'll show you at least some movement for the Act 2, which is something I should have done earlier. Feel free, as I was saying, to interject anytime so that it's a discussion. It's not necessarily just me talking, so feel free. Okay, thanks, Kiran. I'll share my screen, and then I will show you from the editing bench that I'm using how it looks. I'm not sure if you'll hear me, but if you don't hear any sound, you let me know. If you do, well and good. So let me start sharing, and then I'll start playing. If you don't hear anything, just let me know. Now remember, this is a pre-visualization, so it's not the final treatment, but the final treatment will start coming from next week, so that you get to see exactly what it looks like. Okay, I'm sharing now. I hope you can see something.
Not yet.
Okay. Again, it's sharing from an editing suite, so it's not full screen, but I can make this larger.
We've got it now. It's coming.
It's coming. Okay. Now you'll tell me if you hear any audio. I'm now going to play it, and then you'll let me know if it makes any noise.
My fellow Morans, we are here to plan how to graze on these hills pastures for everyone's good.
It's the same for us.
Indeed. This hill in this conservancy holds significance for our community, and we have good grazing plans to sustain it.
Were you able to hear anything?
No, it's not. No, I can't hear anything. There was something very distant, but I can't hear anything. Can you present?
Okay. Maybe I'll take off my headphones and then try from this one. Try again.
Still nothing.
Okay, not yet. It's still doing something, but in a minute, just maybe wait for this to stop moving. Yeah, but in the meantime, we can discuss. Okay, there, it stopped moving. I'm playing now.
My fellow Morans, we are here to plan how to graze on these hills pastures for everyone's good.
It's the same for us.
Indeed.
Can you hear me?
This hill in this conservancy holds significance for our community, and we have good grazing plans to sustain it.
I don't know if you heard anything on that.
Yeah.
We can hear.
You can hear. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, the movement seems to be jerky. I don't know. I'll have to render this. So what I'll do is I'll play it now for the purpose of the meeting, and then I'll render it out and, of course, give it to you to go through and now give your feedback in writing. That will take about an hour to render and give and put it up to upload. But let me start again. If you're hearing, I hope it's at least a bit smooth. Let's see.
My fellow Morans, we are here to plan how to graze on these hills pastures for everyone's good.
It's the same for us.
Indeed. This hill in this conservancy holds significance for our community, and we have good grazing plans to sustain it.
For us, we aren't just sitting around talking. Our cows and goats are already eating.
Then let's agree on how we plan our grazing patterns.
I like Kayan's idea of planning.
But what do you have in mind?
We learned from our grazing plans that if we take care of this land, we can get paid. And if we have healthy rangelands, it means better animals and we can get better prices in the market.
Some areas rest as our livestock graze on different parts of the land. Let me tell you about a traditional wet season and dry season grazing. Picture our livestock grazing in an area. Before moving in a coordinated way to another area, it helps them graze the grassland more efficiently. We group together and we move the herds from one area to another, letting the land recover naturally and lowering the risk of overgrazing.
We can work together within and across communities, sharing knowledge and helping one another. You use traditional methods that teach how to make life better for our livestock.
But why do they need to graze herds closely together, Elder?
Let me tell you, when they graze closely together, their hooves break the soil and bury grass seeds. This action allows rainwater to be captured as it soaks into the ground. This way, when it rains, we get healthier grass over a wide area, which helps us store more carbon in the soil. Grazing closely together makes sure they feed on available plants and grass thoroughly. Afterwards, the plants and grass are given time to rest and grow back. However, if we keep grazing the same land every day for a long time, the plants get damaged and sooner die.
How are people paid from this kind of planned grazing?
Ayan's words hung in the air, sparking a collective curiosity about the financial opportunities for those practicing traditional grazing.
Okay, that's a rough cut. I think it's very, in some ways, quickly put together. So when I send it to you, I'll have refined it a bit for just some, quality issues. But that's Act 2. And some of the things that we've tried to observe on that is to, I think as Kieran had mentioned, that we need to intersperse the talking heads with more grazing, or at least more visuals. So we've tried to include that. The movement was jerky, but I think that's because of the way I'm playing it. My system or even the internet is not allowing for it to play back smoothly. I think when I share it, the movement is a lot more apparent. So that's Act 2. Act 3 follows on that, but now speaks to the carbon market because it speaks to the sustainability question. How is the whole, you can say, ecosystem being sustained by observing these practices? So we had saved that for Act 3. And even that is I would say, almost ready as a pre-visualization. So I'll send both for you to look through and give feedback again on email. Then on Monday, I'll start sharing with you the final treatment on Act 1, 2, and 3. We will start with Act 1, so that Act 1 is complete as a product on its own, then Act 2, so that's complete, and then Act 3. I think this way, it'll appear that the job is finishing by way of, each act as opposed to the whole thing at once. I think this is maybe the kind of thinking I'm having. Yeah, so that would give a sense of what I would want to present for today, but I'm open to questions and also discussions. I mean, we can go ahead and talk.
Martin, when you share those with us, will they be shareable? Will we be able to share them with others?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's useful.
Absolutely.
Cool. Yeah, it'd be good to be able to share them with others to get feedback from a great audience as well.
Okay. I'll do that for that purpose. So it'll be something you can share onward with the rest of the team.
Okay.
Okay. The only thing is I suppose you understand, Kiran, because you've worked on these things before, is that those are showcasing the flow by way of movement. So that's why we call them pre-visualizations. But once we show you the final treatment, now you'll have a cartoon in its full color and you'll get a sense of what we're really talking about. What's also
Yes.
Yes. What we also need feedback from you in particularly are the motion graphics that will be inside what's coming, because I think the main message, the NRT's solution, is within those motion graphics, exactly what you're proposing. And I think, on our side, we may not interpret it accurately. So the accuracy of it, I think, is what we need from you so that it represents what you're really saying. Yeah.
So you say even within that act you just showed us, will there be extra motion graphics? You're saying, or is that as it is?
Yeah, there is some extra motion graphics. What happens? Like now, I'm animating. We're about 6 of us working on this, and the motion graphics that were done are large files, and I was unable to download and compile them in time to show you. So yes, when we now share, I'll have compiled them, and then I'll be in a position now you'll be in a position to see them and then give feedback.
Okay, that's important because because looking at that act, I was going to say, is there going to be more input? So that's good, Martin. That's good to hear. It would be great to see it with those included.
Okay, so I'll make sure.
I was also about to talk about the motion graphics, but I think Kiran, you've covered it.
Yeah, no, I think if Martin's got extra to add, Priscilla, then it'll be let's wait and see what he sends, and then we can look together.
So I'll request, just because and I'm thinking in my mind of the timeframes, the motion graphics group, they're going to send me stuff. As we're talking, they're already doing it. I had asked for it. But lower resolution so that I can easily download them. It may take then a bit longer than a couple of hours. I think, let's say by this evening, I'll have incorporated the motion graphics with what I've shown. And now you get a fuller picture, which you can now share with the team. Yeah.
Okay. So you think by Friday we should have something we can share?
Completely. By Friday, absolutely. So I'll work on it tonight. Hopefully tomorrow you just have it, but by Friday for sure. Absolutely.
Okay. Thanks, Martin. We will update the rest of the team who can join. And then, as soon as we have that, we'll share it with them and have a look and then give you feedback as soon as possible so we can have another meeting next week.
Okay. So tentatively, should we say Monday, or what's your week like? I'm flexible actually with the week, so I've not got appointments. So if you tell me.
Yeah, Monday's fine for me. Is it good for you, Priscilla?
Yeah, Monday is okay.
So Monday.
Martin, are you able to send the 3 scenes?
Yeah, I was going to ask the same question. Yeah. Is it possible to do all 3 acts?
Yes, I'll send all 3 scenes, and I'll include the motion graphics on all 3 scenes. Let's say by Friday. Yeah.
So Martin, I don't know. I mean, Monday will be fine, but I don't know whether we're going to be able to everyone to have a look by Monday. What do you think, Priscilla? Do you think Monday's good, or should we do it on Tuesday? So that we can let Uchali and Carlos and those guys also have a look. I mean, I'm happy either way. I'll get a chance. I'll have a chance to look, I'm sure, before Monday. So it's just whether you
Monday is okay.
Let's do Monday. Okay, Martin, we'll do Monday. We could do same sort of time, 2:00 or later or earlier, whatever. I'm easy.
2:00 is okay.
Martin, does that sound good?
Yeah, 2:00 is. I'm all right with it. Thanks. I think it's good.
Okay. Do you want us to share a link, Martin, or do you want to share one?
I can share one. It's not a problem. In fact, I can reshare this link. We can use the same meeting.
Okay, great, cool. If you do that for 2:00 on Monday, I'm good with that. Priscilla is too, and we'll see if we can get some of the other guys to see it and also join at that stage.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Okay. Thank you, Martin. Thanks for pushing on this. We'll really appreciate seeing some sort of close to final versions. It'll be good for us to see those.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks for coming, guys, and also for the patience, because I know it's been slow, but we're really working at it, and hopefully now we're zeroing in on the final product. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks again.
Cool. Thanks. Bye, Priscilla. Thanks.
Bye.
Please send the link.
I will. For Monday, I will. I'll share this one again just now. Thank you. Yeah, the meeting is finished. Let's stop now.